Okay. Is it a hump or a drop? What do you say? You've got to twist your words in every which way, because the model will always dictate what you do. Everybody knows that you've got the model affliction blues. Is it a straight line, or does it curve? Some people don't clamp it, but that is absurd. We all know that the model dictates what you do. And everybody knows that you've got the model affliction blues. Model affliction, it's your addiction. Model affliction, it brings you so much pain. It's your ball and chain. Conflating curvature with elevation change. Just got your local distance just out of range. That oblique is gonna dictate everything that you do. And everybody knows that you've got the model affliction blues. Model affliction, it's your addiction. Model affliction, it brings you so much pain, and it's your ball and chain. It's your decision defending the model position. You just don't know the geometric proposition. That old ball will always be illogical to you. That's why perpendicularity is a puzzle to you. Model affliction, it's your addiction. That old model affliction, it brings you so much pain. It's your ball and chain. And everybody knows that you've got the model affliction blues.
Works really good with this guitar.
Is it a hump or a drop? What do you say? You got to twist your words in every which way. We all know that the model dictates what you do. Well, we know you got it, the model affliction. Model affliction. Model affliction. Model affliction. Model affliction blue.
And we are live. Welcome everyone. It is Model Affliction Monday. Welcome. Sound gone all wonky? I hope not. Everything sounds okay for everyone, isn't it? No delay. Are we all right now then? Just check with you guys in. I don't know how long the delay is. Welcome. We had a weekend away at Bedford. Got some pretty good footage. I've not had a chance to here's Gadget. Not had a chance to get any videos together, but I'm guessing we can show you a few pictures and stuff that we've got. Time lapse. If anybody came into Discord to come and have a look at see what we were doing, I think most of the people that were in here, we did a 2-peg test. Was a bit chaotic.
Oh, the car.
Yeah. Well, you did it all right, didn't you? I think that was one of the good things, that it does actually work when you're doing it as a person looking through the scope, but when you're adding a camera into it, it just sort of shows you how bad and how much how different it can be.
So,
I just like to say,
go on.
well, I just like to say to the people out there that you personally and your clan took a 4-hour drive, did all this, and then took a 4-hour drive back. So I just wanna clarify what dedication you put into what you did.
Yeah, 70 quid's worth of fuel in a 1-day trip.
Wow.
It was a long day, but it was well worth it. We learned loads, and I think we've got some of the best footage. Well, we've definitely got the best footage that's ever been taken of the Bedford Canal, unless anybody else is out there that's been doing any of this sort of stuff. And if you do know anybody that's out there that's been doing this sort of stuff, let us know who they are. We'll have a word with them, because I think we have definitely got the best footage ever of Bedford Canal for long distance photography. We've got some well, I mean, we have only got P1000s, but that P1000 for a 6-mile shot is more than you could ever expect, really. You don't really need any better photography. And what we have learned is that an auto level with a mobile camera plugged onto the back of it can get nearly comparable, right? I don't know. We didn't have a P900 there. I don't know whether it'd be similar to like a P900, but it's good enough. You can do that.
Good clarity.
So good luck, Rumpus. Definitely, whatever you were hoping to do, Rumpus, you can definitely do it with an auto level if that's what you want to do. If you want to look through an auto level, we managed to see the measuring rod. So Rumpus and his big bendy flagpole should easily be able to be seen.
Yeah.
So if anybody was in here and they got any of the footage, I'm waiting on Buster for the Discord footage, but yeah, we have got the rest of the footage.
You got all mine.
Yeah, I've just downloaded. Blood's sent me all of his 17. 17 videos. Yes, lots. But I mean, that shows the progression through the day. I think I'm going to have to do a few videos that show the conditions throughout the day.
Yeah, you can
One
really,
of
clear it up.
one of the day, and then one of the auto levels and sort of different stuff.
Yeah. That's really good.
Right, so what do you want to see first? What have we got? Let me have a look.
Yeah. Well, the beginning of the day, see what they were up against at the beginning. Don't know. What you got?
Let me have a look. I'll find what videos I've got for the. There you go. All right. 6 minutes. You might need to zoom in. Wrong one. Wrong way round. No, the lasers are there. Yeah, I'm going to have to put these in order. I can't see where we started. I don't know what Bay did at the beginning of the day. $10. What about this one? Right. Let's get the sound off. You don't need to hear that. And you guys can see that. And we'll close this off here. Yeah, so can you guys... Oh.
We're good in Discord.
I don't know why I can't see that.
This is up your end, yeah.
It's not doing it on the... There you go. That's a better picture. Okay. Play this video. So this is at the beginning of the day, I think. No, it can't be. That's late at night, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a light one, though.
Okay. But can you see that there? That's looking... So I don't suppose you've not seen these, have you? You can see the cars going past, but I think that's... You can see spot on in the middle of the sluice gate.
That light on the bottom there, that light?
That's spot on there. That's the sluice gate at the other side. So that's like about 100 yards in front of Bloods, that one. That sluice gate. And then the bridge that you can see in the background. That's the bridge that they're stood on. And you can see spot on waving there, I think. In the middle of the bridge. There's Bloods with the laser.
Oh, yeah. That's a clear view right there. And the line and all.
That's the other way round, right? That's backwards. So that's looking from Salter's Load towards Welney Bridge, the opposite way round than all of the Wallace and Robotham. And you'll see why I have to give you this way round, because the pictures are looking this way is looking into where the light is. So it's harder to get a really crisp image because the sun, you're looking into the sun. And obviously this is infrared with the black and white filter on it, because this is what my son thinks is the best way of bringing out images when they're hard to see without needing to do any post-processing. You can see the movement in the air still of a nighttime looking the other way.
The heat haze is still working, huh?
But that's 6 miles. And you can see people there. You can see when a car goes over the bridge. Cyclist just went past.
Yep.
And like on the left hand side there, you can see that's Bloods with the laser. That's where Bloods set his camera up all day. So Bloods is taking shots from that position of the bridge that we are stood on at the minute all day. We've got all sorts of different shots from in between where spot on is there in there.
Would you say you have a direct line of sight from one bridge to the other?
You can see it. You can literally see the bridge
Yeah,
in between the sluice gate, right? So you can relate the bridge to where the sluice gate is.
Uh-huh. Well, look at that. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, thank you, Godzilla. £5.50 super chat. $5. I just got off the spinning ball and man, my legs are tired. We're showing you these shots because the other ones looking the other way. That's what we went for, was to try and get the best clarity of shot we possibly could. Now, we've been there before and got well, when we went the first time, me and my lad, we did the Robotham 8 inches off the bottom, and we didn't get anything really. You couldn't see the bridge, you couldn't do anything. So I don't know. I didn't know whether it was what was possible. And then we went again last year, but we didn't really stay for long enough. So what we did this year was we stayed for the night time because we wanted to wait to do some laser waving, which is what we're doing here now. It was mainly for the Discord group, you know, the lasers with cameras. It's much easier to see than all of this sort of stuff, because this stuff's the footage from the P1000s, which is, well, obviously you can see it now when the lasers start hitting.
You see the bounce off the water there. Did you catch that?
Yeah,
That was nice.
The reflection.
There again.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would. To be honest, I was hoping that we could get some sort of a bend, but we didn't manage. I didn't manage to do that. I couldn't see anything bending. But
a curvy laser.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Well, I'm up for going back there again and jumping in dinghies and trying, you know, like the punt gun sort of laser shot, reciprocal lasers, just to see. But some of the other footage, I'll have to, you know, once we get into exposing all of the footage that we've got, I think we can find a Fata Morgana band within the compression, right? I really do. I think we've got footage of it to show how where the image compresses, stuff just disappears. I was so impressed with some of the stuff we've got.
You know that when that's blood shining the laser, right?
I think blood's on spot on. Spot on's in the middle of the bridge, in the middle of the sluice gate. There, it's all glowing up. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. He's on one side and Bloods is on the other. Okay. You notice when Bloods shines the laser this way, you notice there's two spots of light, right? I don't know if you guys picked that off.
Oh, so you can see there's two of them there, Bloods and...
Yeah, like right. Yeah. It's starting there right now. There it is. It's starting. Look. See it? There it is. See it? Yeah. As if it was on cue, man. Wow. There it is. Yeah.
And you can see when it hits the actual lens of the camera, what sort of an effect it gives off.
Yeah, and the two lines join. Notice that, right? When they hit us, the bottom and the top make like a V towards us. There's your Fata Morgana. Unless Bloods is in two locations and he can shapeshift and he hasn't told us.
No, you can get a reflection off the water though.
Yeah.
When you go and shoot in the other end, I see. You can see Bevs, and then you can see the reflection. You'll see that in the other footage.
Yeah, Bloods' footage.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah.
And if anyone wants to know, green lasers. That's the one to get. If you want to get a laser, get a green laser. Much better for pointing and waving. Much better for on your behalf as well, because I think you can actually see the green laser beam, whereas the red and the blue and the purple don't really seem to see the beam as much. I don't know why that is. Just is.
Yeah, the green one works best. Yeah.
You could see when Bloods was firing his laser at us, you could see it when it was hitting the little mosquitoes and stuff in this, in the air. You could just see bright little flashes.
Even when you do it in a room, you can see like dust particles along the beam. Like,
yeah,
it's really freaked out. Yeah.
So what was it? What were people expecting to be able to see in this?
Depends which people you're talking about.
Well, it doesn't really matter. Anyone. I mean, what?
Well, I was expecting to see exactly what we saw. I wasn't expecting to see anything different. A direct line of sight I was expecting to see, and the laser pointing straight out. How do I know that? Because I have one, and I've pointed it, and that's what you see.
Yeah.
Straight line.
I mean, 6 miles. That's a good. I mean, we've got an 85-mile shot, but this one is within the range of the camera to be able to pick out a good, clean image. And this is nothing really. Let me put it back on Discord for a second while I try and find another. One of these pictures.
Is that the one where the light appears to be coming in from the side?
There we go. This one. So this one's a laser one later on at night. Probably infrared. nighttime with some sort of filter on it.
Whoa, look at that.
And that's the laser from 6 miles away. And obviously you can see the reflection in the water underneath.
Yep.
Look at the pattern it makes when it hits the lens.
That's what I was just gonna say, yeah. Swirly, psychedelic.
Yeah. Now, whether that's something within the lens or within the sensor, within the camera that's picking it up, I don't know. Not got a clue. Couldn't tell you. But it's some good. I really like all of this sort of footage. It looks dark, doesn't it?
The darker the better. Yeah, look at those straight lines, yeah.
Bloods has got some of this footage, you know, from the other end as well, because at this time I've got a laser. I don't know whether anybody came into the Discord to record it. Like I say, we're recording on the P1000s, but it wasn't meant to be like that. It was meant to be, because I'm also streaming this on my mobile phone as we're waving lasers around. So the footage from the mobile phone was going, and that's a bit more realistic. Always good. Favorite number? You can see the little flecks in the air. That are all the little mosquitoes, all of those little lights in the bottom that are flashing away.
Yeah, look at that, huh?
Yeah, that's the laser just firing it,
Hitting random things.
Yeah.
That's freaked out.
I don't know what the birds would be thinking. But there's a lot of wildlife over there. Thank you very much. Right, so this is the laser waving of a nighttime, and I guess this is the infrared. Infrared really struggles with all sorts of different lights.
Yeah, maybe the infrared is not the ideal camera for lasers of different colors, but it still looks cool as heck.
Let me see if I can find a better video. Oh, we've got so much footage. Right. Is that gone blank for you guys as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we see a screen now of white.
Yeah. It's not put the I don't know why it's not loading it up. There you go. Right, now this one is a time lapse that we put on.
I don't think we have it in Discord.
Oh, do you not? Just pause that then. So this, I'll put it on. This is a time lapse with the Brino, with the time-lapse camera. We placed it on the bridge and left it there all day, just taking it. This one has a shot every 10 seconds. So this is a full day. And interesting because you can see the way the clouds are moving to start off with. And they're moving towards the sun. The sun's coming from left to right. And you can see here. Did you see me walk past then? Was it? Because there is some shots later on that'll, yeah, let's see the. Yeah, that's me. And I'll take some other shots to show you exactly what I was taking a shot of and what we were looking at. So you can get an idea on looking at the perspective of where we are on the bridge. Hopefully to try and give you an idea of, you know. So I went back and did a few camera shots there. Looking back at where all of the cameras are and the bridge from that side. Mainly so you can get an idea of the perspective of the tree and the stuff for when you get a chance to well, I don't know, it's just whatever images and views people want to get an idea of what it's like to be there, because it's hard to explain it really. If that, you know, if that's what you're trying to do is show this optical thing where everything converges in the distance. And see the clouds forming now as well.
Do they appear to be converging, or is it just the way it looks?
I'd say they're going towards the sun.
That's really cool, man.
It doesn't it? I said that's quite good. I think it may deserve to be a background for a Buster song or something.
Oh yeah, I've never seen anything like this. This is freaking, look at low clouds moving like that. Time lapse, that's cool, man.
You can see that they're forming in bands. You know, like, because there are a lot of channels over there of drainage ditches like this one. And that's where all of the clouds seem to be forming above these water, because you can see during the day that the water's obviously lifting out of it and the heat is making it rise. So the image that you're seeing is affected by that transfer upwards of the air, and it's all wobbling around early on in the day. And then as it gets cooler, that lift of the air seems to settle down and stop moving, and then you get a clearer picture later on. I don't know whether it happens early on in the morning, whether there's a clear part. I don't know. Or whether, look at that. See the thing floating off. It's a canal. Yeah, there's no flow. Well, there is flow, obviously. There's movement within it. But there is no flow in that. It's not a river. It's sealed off both ends. So that movement.
So it's got to be the wind moving that.
Either that or just there's some sort of transfer or movement of the water. Just because it, you know, currents or whatever by the movement. Now look, the clouds are going the opposite way now. Because the sun's on the other side. And it was still all day, right? There wasn't any breezes. But you could tell of a night, once it started cooling down, it got pretty chilly. and then it goes dark and the sun goes down, and there was a little bit there where you get to see the lasers flashing, and then that's the sort of the end of this video. Yeah, I thought it might be a fish taking it with it to stop it from getting hot. So it was taking a bit of grass to hide underneath. There was a massive pike at the other, on the bridge.
There's a couple.
Yeah, big lads. So there is fish in these stretches of water. They do use them for irrigating the crops and stuff.
Yeah, they keep them well stocked.
Heron at the bottom there.
What a sight. Water all the way to the horizon.
Yeah,
And land on either side.
I was impressed with that for a time lapse. And here we go. Here's the lasers.
There's the green. You see, yeah, there it is. That's yours, right? It has to be yours, that one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the end of that one. Let me get this one back on here, Discord. Oh, I shouldn't have closed that down, should I? Right, now, get you a couple of pictures. This is me, you know, like I said earlier, taking those pictures. Can you see that? So we're just in the live chat now, if everyone. That is us with that's a 5 meter measuring rod on the bridge at Salter's Load. And you can see that just in the background there is you can see the big sluice gate, and you can see this big tree, and where the measuring rod actually comes to. Now, the idea of this was to make it so whether we could see this measuring rod, which is how thick is the measuring rod? It's about 2, 3, 4 inches wide at the bottom, go into the top segments about 2 inches. But what we did was we put the carrying bag that comes with it on the top of the pole. So we could see it. And the idea was to see whether we could actually see that from 6 miles away. And spoiler, of course we could. Blood's got some cracking shots. So that's an actual measuring rod at 5 meters tall. And I can't remember. I think somebody was once making all sorts of fancy contraptions with measuring tapes and stuff. I think there was talk of machetes and guide ropes, bendy sticks or whatever. So that when you saw the time lapse, you could see me actually taking these pictures. So that was me in the shot when the time lapse taking these pictures, so you can see that that's what we were doing. Now, let me see if we can get. This is trying to give everybody a picture of this. So this is us on the bridge. Looking at the sluice gates at the back. Just on the other side of those sluice gates there is the River Ouse. And that sluice gate is to stop the water because it's tidal. The River Ouse is tidal, and the idea is they want to keep the land irrigated for crops. So they don't want too much salinity from that water from the River Ouse to be put into this land. So they'll only open the gates when they need to for irrigation when the river is flowing downwards, right, with fresh water rather than the salty water. That because it's tidal, you don't want it coming in. So on the other end, on the other side of this, the River Ouse, and this is what you'll be seeing in the pictures from 6 miles away. You'll actually be seeing this. Can you see that cursor on there? Oh, yeah, cursor there. You can see this sluice gate, this dark bit underneath this bridge that we're on here from 6 miles away, and you can see this above, and you'll be able to see the measuring rod in this tree for, you know, perspective. I think we might be able to get it in the auto level as well. Get some more of these pictures. So this one, same sluice gate, just a little bit zoomed up a bit more. Now, I think there is some footage of Blood's got it. I don't know where it is exactly, but what I'm doing is I'm stood on this bridge and I'm shining my laser at these at the sluice gate, but you can see the reflection in the water for the sluice gate, and you can see the laser on the board. Well, we've got a shot where Bloods has filmed it from 6 miles away, and he can see these two, the reflection and the thing in the water. That's right, isn't it, Bloods? I'm pretty sure you can see the reflection in the water as well.
Yes, mate.
Don't count me on that. I'm not too sure about that. You can definitely see the laser when I'm shining it on the sluice gate, can't you?
Yeah.
I'm shining the laser on the sluice gate, but if Bloods can also get the reflection in the water from the other end, then fingers crossed. That'd be pretty spectacular if that actually does happen. I'll have to put all of the pieces together, but I think we've got everything that we need for that.
Yep.
So everyone got an idea of this is the sluice gate. We went there early on. I've got some, I think, hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got some footage where Buster recorded it in the Discord of me walking through the heights of all of this stuff above the concrete bit, so you can actually get an idea. And on this, did I get the I don't know whether that's on there. Right, well, on here, I think somewhere there is a measuring board to let you know the height of this water above mean sea level. Directly there, and it's this water at the time is 1.4 meters above mean sea level for the UK, which is measured to a point down in Newlyn. I always think I get that wrong. I think it's down in Newlyn.
I think it's nearly.
Right, so do you want to see an auto level shot? Right, so this is one of the better shots from later on in the day. Why is it not doing that? Yeah. Me take these things off the screen, aren't I? Move the triangle over to the side. Right. This is just video, but this is footage from an auto level with an iPhone strapped to the back of it from the other side, looking back at the bits that we can just see. So you can see the bridge, you can see the sluice gate, and you can see the measuring rod. Very small, thin white line, but it's in there. So that's what we went there for. We went to go and do the optics, and I never thought we'd get this sort of shot. Oh, so what do you reckon to that? Look at it.
It's freaking awesome. I never doubted that.
You can see the underneath of the sluice gate through the bridge.
Oh, that part. Yeah, you mean that part. Definitely.
With an auto level. The optics.
Yeah, that is definitely something to let people decide on their own.
Yeah. Well, I would just, for anybody else who wants to do anything that, you know, you were thinking of doing, an auto level, a 32 times scope. I can't speak for any other auto levels, but this is a datum auto level. It's got some fantastic specs for tool use, but this isn't being used as a as an auto level. This is just being used as an optical device, and it's got a mobile phone fitted to it. Look at the picture. Wallace would have been chuffed to bits if he'd have had something like this.
He would have been freaking out for
Yeah.
sure. Oh yeah.
They wouldn't have needed all sorts of court cases or anything like that if anything like this would have had.
Would have said, Your Honor, look.
I mean, look at it. You can see the measuring rod from 6 miles away. Now, this is sighted on the sluice gate. I'll show you where this one's sighted with a picture. But yeah, that's auto level footage, camera on auto level. It's unbelievable. The clarity of the pictures you can get.
Hold on, I think I found the curve. Look at the bridge. The bridge is curved.
Well, anything below the crosshairs within an auto level will definitely have a curvature to it because the optics is only set up for the center.
I could have swore up close that bridge looked pretty straight.
Okay, can you guys see that one? Yeah. So this is P1000 infrared. Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it? It's not dark like that. Looking back towards the other bridge, you can just about make out this sort of stuff, but this is early on in the day. Look at the movement of the bushes and the trees.
Yep, the heat haze.
Well,
doing its thing.
It's a heat haze, but it's like, I don't know. It's like flowing. You can see the wind, but it's only because you're looking through a lot of air that's moving around a lot. You see the birds are loving it as well. And that's what happens earlier on in the day. Now, this is a 20-minute time lapse, so I'll zoom it on a little bit more. You can see here now, just being able to see a little bit more within the image. It's getting it, a little bit clearer. And then this is the sluice gate at the other side, and we're going to go and have a look at that now in a minute, just so you can get a word blue. Very nice. Of course, Blue Marble Science. Welcome for coming.
You see, he sees curve.
He does. He's already got it. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even. Oh, it's in this one, isn't it? Right. Picture from the other side.
Blue, are you referring to the bridge curving? Because I'm with you on that one. I actually saw the bridge curve. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Oh, you guys seeing that one? Yeah. That. Okay. Can you guys see it in Discord? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So this is early on in the day, looking from the other side, looking back towards the bridge, and as Blue Marble says, look at the curve. Like, you can see it going all the way underneath that bridge. I don't know what Blue's talking about. I don't know why people say that sort of stuff. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it?
You can imagine what you want.
Yeah, imagine it. Wherever you want. Like, yeah, put it somewhere in the middle or maybe at the end. But this is what I was talking about, right? Can you see in there, in the bridge, there's a black band underneath the bridge? Well, that black band is both the reflection and the bit underneath the sluice gate. So in the center of that part, there is what I call Fata Morgana, or that bit that fucking weird shit happens in. So you'll see birds sort of fly in and out of that, and they'll just disappear.
Yeah, that's the separation point. Look at the tree. Look at the tree up and down. That's the separation mark. That's what Travis calls the ether band. That part right there.
Optical problem would be that if Blue Marble says that this is curvature, if it is curvature, this reflection would be impossible. If water is curving, this reflection would be impossible. So this is simple. Thank you.
Yeah, well, the reflection is an optical thing, isn't it? Obviously.
Yes, but if you have curved surface, this water, reflection is on water, so you couldn't see that, because how can you see beyond, let's say, curve? If you have to, let's say, cylindric surface, for example, a mirror, you cannot see what is beyond this curvature, because this reflection is not coming to your eyes. So if we can see that, it means that it has to be straight, cannot be curved. This is a simple. It would create obstacle, normal physical obstacle. You wouldn't see that if water was curving.
Yeah, there's no need to do temperatures of the air or the water or anything. I mean, look at it. I mean, what do you need temperature for?
What would it change? This temperature.
Yeah. Well, when you see the zoom on this, right, it's hard to imagine what you're looking at there. You're looking at an image of a bridge 6 miles away in the middle of the day. Through an infrared camera, right? So it's cutting through quite a lot of stuff. It is a infrared without any filters on this one. It's just a straight infrared, no filter. Oh, I can't remember. Blood's lent us actually gave us a lens, an IR filter lens, and that may be with that IR filter on it. There was quite a few swans. I think there was three swans they got together. You can see it, actually. You can see them in that picture as well.
They were all white.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to work out. I've got an idea in my head of how to depict this, but all you've got to imagine is a point A and a point B on the top of these two bridges. So let me see if I can get another video out. You see that one? Right. This one's a bit better. Focus on this part of the... Right, so that's us on the bridge looking at a sluice gate. And that sluice gate there is probably about as far as the sluice gate was at the other end past the bridge that you're going to see. And as you see, you go through this. Right, so through the shot, through that sluice gate.
That's awesome, man.
And then pause it there. So you're looking at the sluice gate at the other side, which is, you know, about the same height as the sluice gate that you've just gone through, above the water, because we've got the measurements. And then you've got the bridge that's actually higher than the bridge that the camera is taking a shot from, above the water. By about a meter, I think we worked out. It's a little bit lower. And then this is obviously the tree. And you can just about see the measuring rod in the shot there. So show you that again.
That's freaking nice, bro.
And like, obviously you can see that this is about the same height above the water as this. But it looks, you know, like perspective. People understand perspective, don't they? Surely. You can't expect this to be at the same height as this in this camera picture shot, can you? I mean, how could you do that?
So which camera was that? Was that the infrared?
Yeah, this is the infrared. I think it's like a full spectrum infrared at the minute. It's got no filters on it.
And that's the P1000.
This is a P1000. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. And then back in again. So that's what you'd see, although it'd not be so fuzzy, like spot on without his glasses on. And then straight through.
As you are zooming, this first sluice gate is going up. So, so this is how you literally are showing how perspective works.
Yeah.
So by moving your mouse. So this upper part is going up in the picture.
You're going underneath it. You're going like right through it.
Yes, this is how perspective works. The closer you are, the higher it is. And as you are zooming out, it is going lower. So in the distance, this sluice gate has to be lower, as this one is going lower.
so good. I was so impressed at, you know, how well the shots look, and this is nothing compared to what Blood's got. Blood's is at the side here looking, you know, down there, so he doesn't go through the sluice gate. He's looking a clean shot from the side.
Your son took this picture?
Yeah,
this video?
This one is the infrared full spectrum, because you can see all of the colours of the trees. They're, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Way
to go.
It's beautiful and green out there, but the infrared takes out all of the colours, makes them look a slight bit pink or whatever, like Rumpus said. Some filter that we have on. No, it's infrared. And we'll try and get better shots, but I mean, P1000s, I mean, what do you want? Really?
Well, this is awesome. A display of perspective, a display of the camera, a display of how far you can see. This is like, way to go, cameraman.
Like, can you imagine what back in the day of Rowbotham and Wallace, Hampton, what would they be after? You know, what were they looking for? What did they want? They could have never have dreamt of these sort of shots, could they?
No way.
Impossible.
This shot alone would have blown their minds.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know, because if you look at what there was and what they did, there was... They said about getting surveyors and getting surveyors to do whatever, right? That's a load of rubbish. They were just causing drama. That's all they're after. Is the drama that comes with all of this. They're not bothered about, you know, like just looking at it. See what you can see. It is only a picture. And as they have within the divided line, the best you can do is work on trust. You can trust the image, but I mean, what is it that you're trusting? That your eyes are telling you that that's a water, right? This is water. You can definitely trust what the water's doing. What else can you trust?
Make you...
Go on, sorry.
I was going to say, what would possibly make you think, looking at this picture, that the water drops or humps?
No, Gary, you can't. You could not see the bridge without the P1000. Not a chance. I don't know how much. I mean, I guess you still can't really see it there. Struggle to see it there. It's coming
Maybe
in
with
there, but...
some good telescope, you could see that. Okay.
Well, remember when Rowbotham did it? I don't know whether this sluice gate was here or whether that had been for, you know, the drainage, but Rowbotham was supposedly stood in this water here with his waders, with looking through a telescope 8 inches above the water, saying that he could see somebody in a dinghy or whatever, a boat rowing away. I don't believe that for a second. 8 inches above the water, the angle's too narrow, and that never happened. So that was a complete farce. But he wouldn't have needed to have gone in there with 8 inches. It's water. Anyone within their own right mind knows exactly what water does. So he said he's seen someone in a dinghy going away. he didn't. But then Wallace says that he can, if you were to put here a flagpole or something up in the middle. Actually, have you guys seen the flatearth.ws thing? I'll play that while I just find it. Get it in the in the live chat. I'll put it. Back on Discord in a minute. Look at that. Amazing. And that's not even the good stuff. It clears up even more later on. You can see eventually, like, all of that stuff disappears, all of that wandering as it curves down. Oh, that's it. Discord. Okay, so you can see the in the chat, you guys see in the live chat. This is the flatearth.ws. Where's WS? He's gone missing. He's done a Jesse Kozlowski, hasn't he? He must have a different account name. Anyway, this one says at the top, in 1870, Alfred Russel Wallace took a challenge from a flat earther and successfully confirmed the existence of Earth's curvature in the Bedford level experiment. Successfully.
Someone has an audacity to say that.
Yeah. It says
That's
Wallace
Blake
did
Shem.
the. This is Wallace did the experiment. I mean, if you look at it, he hired somebody to do it. But I mean, what did he do? Right. Well, here's what he did. Wallace did the experiment on the Bedford Canal. He fixed a black band on the old Bedford Bridge and observed it with a telescope from the Welney Bridge 6 miles away. There's a bridge down there, right? Call that one the old Bedford Bridge, the one that we were stood on. And he observed it from 6 miles away, which is the footage that you've just seen, right? Us observing the bridge from 6 miles away. Right in the middle, he placed up a pole with 2 discs on it. The telescope, the top disc, and the black band are at the same height above the water. Right? So somewhere down the canal in the water, he placed a black band with a thing with A and B. Got it?
Yes,
Right,
still watching these pictures, strange pictures.
Yeah. No perspective, actually. Like we've just shown you before, as you can see the thing within it, and it's obviously. So what he says is, if the curvature exists, there needs to be another one. I need to add one in on this because they're not taking into account Rumpus went for the full nutsack drop. It's not even in here. That's how outrageously 2023 Rumpus's test is. Rumpus wasn't going for the hump. No. Rumpus went for the full nutsack. Using
drop.
the full quadratic formula, yeah. So what Wallace did was notice that in the center, it was higher.
I love it.
As you've just
The
seen
hump.
in the picture, right? Yeah, you could obviously see where it was higher in the center. And like Paper
Clearly.
explained, with the curvature, you wouldn't have the reflection that we do have. So obviously, like Blue Marble says, it's got a curve, right? Oh, hey, there's Rumpus. Welcome, but I knew we could lure Rumpus back out again, like fishing. Welcome, Rumpus.
He has done everything you did.
Oh,
So
in videos. Oh, he's never shown
and
anyone.
even
He's
more.
kept him quiet. Yeah. He's kept him quiet. He's been having that thing with. Remember, Essie? He's gonna have that. So
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to it. Welcome, Rumpus.
Yeah. I wonder why you didn't show anybody all of this stuff. It might be because did you get pretty similar to what we got, Rumpus? I think so. I think he must have done. Right, so Rumpus's one isn't in this. Rumpus, so 2023, so modern times, right? A modern Bedford. What you do in here is, so Wallace proved, as this WS thing says, successfully confirmed the existence of Earth's curvature by noting the hump in the middle. Well, Rumpus is going to further this, get rid of the hump altogether and just have a drop, right? Rumpus is going to have a drop here at the center and a drop even further at the far end. So I think he's going to invalidate Wallace, but his one will obviously be better than this because he's getting more.
I have a question for the Rumpus.
I don't know what the real answer.
Rumpus, is the drop one-sided? From one side of the canal, you're going to show drop? How about from the other side? If you go from the other side and do a reading, what do you expect? What happened then?
Full nut sack. Double full nut sack, right? You know, don't you? Yeah. Double drop. Has to be. Welcome back, Rumpus. We knew you'd gone missing for a while. So I wonder what would Rumpus have within this outline to, because Rumpus was putting flags up, wasn't he? He was putting flags up at the end as well. A flag up.
I think he had how many stations? 9, 10? I forget the count.
I don't know. It depends how many thermistor arrays he'd arranged to power up. Depends how good the Wi-Fi signal is.
Oh yeah, the thermistors. Yeah, that's the first time I heard him referred to in such a manner.
The thermistor arrays. Rumpus has replied to you. Rumpus has replied.
Oh, okay.
He says you get drop from all directions. From all directions. Not in all directions, from all directions. You know how useful we are.
So it is dropping towards you. So it has to be hump. So from hump in the distance is dropping towards you. This is what Rumpus said. 5
stations, 3 thermistor arrays. It must have been a funding problem. Only going with 3 thermistor arrays. Well, take no notice of what Wallace did, because that's not what Rumpus is doing. Rumpus is definitely going big. The drop, the full nutsack. It should be good timing for you, Rumpus, this year. This should be a good time. When are you sort of gathering your crew? I mean, we'll still offer to come down and film it whenever you're doing it. We'll do the film crew. We've got Bloods has got a camera. He'll definitely come up and film it for you. I'll be there with my lad. We can film it. We can supervise from a distance. We can do running commentary. I don't know who else. I think there'll be a few other people if Rumpus wants to do it. We could give you our benefit of our experience.
Yeah, a little cooperation would be good here, Rumpus. Think of it. You will alleviate all filming duties.
Blue marble. Nice one. Nice. Rumpus, can you please not insult the people who are on the channel? We're a respectable channel.
But at least the Blue Marble Science noticed that this in first diagram, this telescope is not horizontal. Great job.
He has plenty of filming himself. Nice. Well done. And
Oh, Bloods is in.
He's on the Bloods is on the list.
Bloods is in.
Yeah. His name is Dan.
Nice.
Rumpus, you've never even looked through an auto level. It's embarrassing. But well done, Rumpus. You know, you did put a poll up. So I've got to give you credit for that. I think you and Adam, was it? And Farmer's Boy, 3 of you put a poll up. The laser engravings all organised. Blue Marble says, you can't even understand the diagram you have up, Ev. That telescope in the sketch isn't horizontal. Lol. Your auto level is, and the drop is obvious. Really? Brilliant. Should be famous then, right?
So from this diagram, we can see that if telescope is horizontal, because at the bottom part, it is horizontal, there is no drop. But if you have telescope dipping down to horizon, whatever it is, and it means that it is not horizontal, therefore you can imagine curvature. So this is very simple, what Wallace did.
Yeah, I mean, it shows you there that, like, this line here is still parallel to the base of this and the base of this. I mean, it's still... Blue Marble doesn't think that's horizontal. So it must be sloping, this telescope. Well, yeah, when he's talking about this. If there's no curvature, this must be sloping. I think that's what he means. The telescope in the sketch isn't horizontal.
How much drop did he say? 8 feet, I think, at the other end.
I don't know.
Was it 8 feet?
No, Rumpus was... I think Rumpus said 17.
17
Is that right,
feet.
Rumpus? 17 feet, I think. That's what Rumpus was looking for when he went for the full nutsack. I don't know about these numbers. I only know the Ruhif numbers, the short ones. Because that's what we were doing when we did the Realising Euclid. These long ones, I don't know, they're out of somebody. You'll have to get somebody who's far more experienced in calculating fantasy. the canal is dropping from horizontal, lol. He will be getting 17 feet of drop.
Yeah, you were correct.
Right.
Not
yeah.
8,
See,
17.
17.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I've studied Rumpus and heard what he's going to be doing. That's why he's got a 17-foot pole. 17 feet, that's
quite
about how many? About 5 meters, something like that.
About 4.5, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Drop of the like Blue Marble says, the water level drops.
Wow, that's quite
right.
a drop.
Yeah.
Yes, it drops when you zoom out, but if you zoom in, it is otherwise. So it depends of your camera. If you are zooming in, it is rising, and if you are zooming out, it is dropping. So be careful with camera.
It's the drop in the other direction that interests me as well. That's what really interests me. That there's
Do you not
two
think
drops.
they're perpendicular to the poles, Blue? Is that not? Is that not what you meant to do, Blue? Is that you don't think that they're perpendicular? I have to get some of these clips out. Let me get this. Nice of you guys to be coming in on Model Affliction Monday. Rumpus is talking to Bloods about me. Wow, and the I mean, we do just go there to take some pictures, and you guys are
Just wondering, like, if there's a 17-foot drop, would the water not flow? I mean, I know it's a ridiculous idea I just thought of, but
well, we do know how water flows, right? Buster sung that. I mean, there's a whole song about it.
yep.
So, yeah, I would say it definitely water flowing. If there's a drop of 17 feet, it's quite a good flow that as well. You know, it's not just like not like an aqueduct sort of drop, is it?
We're talking
Like
whitewater rafting
whitewater
here.
rafting. Yeah, that's some good stuff. That. Right, so here we go. What have we got here? Blue Marble, do you think the telescope in the upper sketch is perpendicular to vertical? If you do, you have a problem. See this?
It is.
Telescope, it is, yeah. Perpendicular. It's
yeah.
perpendicular to that one. It's perpendicular to that one there. And yeah, if it is horizontal, then the perpendicular is to vertical. But Blue Marble says it's not horizontal. So, I mean, it's perpendicular to these lines. This one here and this one here and this one here, Blue. So, if you're saying it's not perpendicular to vertical, then why did they not put the poles vertical? I don't know why they did not do that. They've definitely depicted it as though it's vertical.
I think that they are deceived by this thick black line beneath. This curvy one and the straight one.
Well, the hill one.
Don't look at this thick black line underneath the pole, because it is deceiving line. This thick black line. It is redundant here. So they imagine they are referring to this curvy level line. Don't do that.
I don't think it says it's a curvy level. I don't know what they're talking about. Looks like a hump of water, but not really. I've got another one as well.
Rumpus thinks I'm confused with the meaning of drop.
I know. But let's see here. Rumpus says, right, to Bloods. Even Bev's videos show the canal. See that one, that video that we've just took is from my son's P1000, the infrared P1000. So it's not my video. I'm just showing a video, Rumpus. And my son's. Please give my son the credit he deserves for taking these footage. Bloods will get the credit for when we show Bloods' videos. But I'm keeping those behind because they're even better. It says even Bev's videos show the canal is not, capitals, horizontal. But he is too stupid to realise it. I mean, there's no need for ad homs, Rumpus, but I mean, we know this is how Rumpus works. So Rumpus thinks that the video shows somehow that the water's not horizontal. Impressive, Rumpus. I would say your whole understanding of what horizontal is comes from what water does. But, I mean, that's just me. What you see water, you will understand what horizontal is. You don't have any understanding of horizontal from anything other than you seeing water lying on the floor. That's what tells you what horizontal is, your natural state. Again, we're just talking to Godzilla. Ad hom away, Rumpus. But you're going to have to show somebody at some point what this is. Now, so the Rumpus says here in this thing, and everybody's been keen. I don't know where he's been. He must have been on holiday. Must have had a good holiday. Rumpus says, at Cat Supercomputer, I have lots of footage and it is being shared with select people. Now, if you have never seen any of Rumpus's footage, guess what? You're not one of the select people. Does anybody know how many select people Rumpus might have shown this to? Do you want to have a guess?
Now my feelings are truly hurt.
Yeah.
Rumpus.
So who have you shown, Rumpus? In a, you know, like, could you count them in one hand? Maybe none, because there is no footage, Rumpus. But yeah, we know what you've said, that there is a load of footage, and we know that you've said you've shared it with select people. Why has nobody ever seen this? I mean, do you not think Rumpus would have wanted to be the hero of the globe? It's keeping it hidden. I don't think one person, no, there's no Boris Chops. In order for one person to have seen the footage would have to exist in the first place. And I don't think it does.
Rumpus forgetting to mention all of the promotion work that he did for what was it called? The Rect? Is it?
His rec test. Yeah, that's what he's talking. He's already done the footage. He's done everything. He's done the whole thing.
So
he's just keeping
since the last time when he said he needed 13 people there to help him, he needed all of this computer equipment, into all of that stuff. That's happened.
No.
And he hasn't.
He'd already done all of the optics tests and the P1000 like we did with the auto level. He's already done all of that. Blue Marble's seen it, so it must be true. I mean, who could you not? How could you not trust Blue Marble Science? You know what? Such a great name he's got around these parts.
He's got science in the name.
He's science. He's definitely seen Rumpus's footage, because you know how close Rumpus and Blue Marble are. I mean, he is his second man, really, when he goes live. He's not gone live for a bit. I would imagine Rumpus will be coming back to do that. This one here says Rumpus says to SE Montreal, you don't seem to understand drop has several meanings. The ones we are concerned with is drop, inverted commas, like that must be him talking about it. Drop from the horizontal, not a drop as seen as in a change of elevation. Well, I think I've got a video, Rumpus, where I've got Blue Marble saying that a change from horizontal is actually a change in elevation. A measured change from the horizontal is a change in elevation, Rumpus. I mean, somebody should have surely told you that. I know it's contradictory, but all you're doing, Rumpus, is you're putting the model at the wrong place.
It's also not our fault if you have the footage and you wanted to wait. That is not our problem. So, why has this suddenly become I did all this first?
He's
is it a
already done it.
competition?
Yeah.
Or does he mean that he's already done it, so nobody else needs to do it?
He wanted to show it live. How could you show it live if you've already recorded it, Rumpus? We showed it live. You didn't show anything live, and you can't do if you've got it recorded. What are you talking about? Got so many clips. Oh, thank you very much, Rumpus. You should just come in and have a chat about it. You're like, what's his face? The leaky plumber. Slice Barcane. You can never talk about stuff because you're too angry. Rumpus says to Godzilla this time. Nope, still don't understand. Level and horizontal are different things. And Bev's video shows it, but he is too stupid to realise it. Yeah, again, another ad hom from Rumpus. No ability to explain it, just...
Blue Marble Science says that he never said that.
He never said what?
That this is drop from horizontal.
I've got it on video. Elevation. It's in one of the Buster songs. I'll put it in the outro, Blue. I'll put that one in the outro. I think it's called Elevation. You don't understand elevation. Rumpus says, I have not done the whole thing. What whole thing? I mean, I don't know. Got a clue. But he's never even talked about what he was meant to be doing in the first place. I have not done the full observation, but I have acquired all of the observations that Bev has been showing a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago. So Rumpus has had all of these things. Now, you remember last time when we went there, the early, and I've got footage. I've got this sort of footage. And I said, the reason Rumpus will not do his test or show any of the videos or anything, one, because he's never done it. He's never touched an auto level. He doesn't know how to do a two-peg test. He's never done anything like that. He's never even looked through an auto level there. Because he can't make a pole big enough. And if he had done that, then he would know that himself. Because that's not how optics work. Oh, Blue must have misspoken. Well, Blue, what you did say was that a measured change and measured from an auto level. Auto level establishes a horizontal. A measured change from that horizontal is called an elevation change.
Yes, but now he is denying, and he called you a liar. By the way,
Blue Marble called me a liar.
yes, in that statement, he said that this is not what he said, and that you are a liar. You can scroll up this chat.
He deleted it,
Oh, did he? I thought he would have
Oh,
done.
and then he
oh,
he changed it to say, "I may have misspoken, Bev."
Yeah, so there you go. He may have misspoken by calling me a liar. Maybe that's what he was talking about. What literature, Rumpus?
What does the literature say about the drop as observed from an auto level when viewed through Discord? Because that is what was going on. Does that exist, Rumpus?
This is a bit of a weird show, isn't it? Like we've been there to show all of the footage, to show everyone what we did. And Rumpus is coming into the chat to say he's already done it. Rumpus has already got it all. He's never showed anybody it. Only a select few people. Well, just Blue Marble. Blue Marble won't have recorded it or anything.
this is top secret, so
Yeah.
nobody can see that.
Rumpus can't even go and get a picture of an auto level that he's got. Never mind get a picture of something filmed through an auto level. Or the bridge from over a year and a half ago through the auto level. It'll never come. There will be no footage unless Rumpus is now beavering away to try and get a few people down there so he can get some footage. Then he can be proved to be not a liar. Guaranteed any footage that you'll see Rumpus come back with will not have been recorded a year and a half ago.
How do we get on the select few list of the observation?
There's
like
only
the
Blue Marble. I don't know who else would be on that list.
Only high priests can see that.
You'll have to tell us which surveying book tells you that the water level drops away from horizontal, Rumpus. Just name the book that tells us that, and I'll go and have a look at it. We'll get a few people. Anyone can have a look at it then, if you let us know which book you're reading from. But we're just talking about showing people pictures of what's gone on here, Rumpus. Nobody needs to read a surveying book to go to Bedford to take pictures. Nobody. It seems a bit of an ad hom attack to say that you do. Just keep saying that you've done more, Rumpus. Of course. Rumpus has done everything that we've done.
I love the 13 number. I think
Yeah.
that's brilliant.
Yeah. Is that the disciples? So how many?
You mean apostles?
Yeah, that's it.
12, but maybe he needs.
12 apostles, 12 men on the moon. Same
Yeah, but
story.
you've still got Rumpus. Like he's
Yeah.
counting himself as one of them, right? 13 people. He is one of them. It's just 12 apostles and rumpus.
But if he's talking about disciples, so it has to be a greater number, 72. So great army of disciples.
Yeah, to do the full thing. But I mean, Rumpus has already got all of the auto level shots, and he's got all of the footage from the cameras. All he needs now is a Blue Marble tells us the 13 comes after 12.
Genius.
It's a good job we've got Blue Marble here. How would we count past 12 if not for Blue Marble? Thanks for coming, Blue. I'm wondering why Blue Marble and Rumpus. It's a really strange team, isn't it? Live values for the radius of the Earth. So
That's one brilliant claim there from Rumpus. That needs to be memorialized.
What is dead value then?
Wrecked will show. But it's different, right? It's different than the Wallace. Do you think, Rumpus? I think I'm going to have a go at trying to redo that WS one by adding in a bit for Rumpus. They do the rect test, the drop, because I presume they'd be drop in the opposite direction as well.
Rumpus would have a problem because as this picture supposedly Wallace did with that curvy level or whatever it is.
The hump.
The hump, yes. It means that it is in the middle. So to be horizontal, in their model, both telescopes should diverge. And if they are diverging, they cannot shoot each other. They cannot see each other. So, massive problem here.
I don't think they've seen it yet.
Hey, good afternoon.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm busy here.
Pardon?
I'm sorry I'm late. It's been busy here.
All right, no problem. So did you get to see any of the footage?
I haven't been able to watch most of it, but I've been following along on YouTube for a little bit. I'll be kicking around for now.
Hey, Rumpus, you should join the server. I posted something for you. You're gonna love it.
Rumpus is in here.
Branch.
Then why can't I tag his name?
Oh, well,
who is Branch?
Came in the other day. Pardon?
Who is Branch?
Oh,
Branch is the super troll of all trolls.
Forget about him. He's muted. He'll be all right. No problem. When he's muted. Rumpus's exact measurements for points on the Welney Bridge rails where I was making observations. Yeah, you try and find that data. But it should be with your recordings, Rumpus, surely. With when you had your video. If you give it, or what you could do, Rumpus, right? Wait until you see the video where I'm going through and walking Buster through it, and then you can pretend you did all of the measurements last year or something. Just pretend it's yours. That easy. Because you could probably do that, right? You tell everybody this is your footage. It'll probably work. People would probably believe you. I mean, why couldn't it be Rumpus's?
Yeah. Hey, I clipped that just for you, Rumpus. That's vindication for you. I thought you made that stuff up. But no. Don't say I never did anything for you, Rumpus.
You want to see some more footage? All of the auto level stuff, apart from that one that I took from down the bottom.
I want to see some night laser pointing also.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that, Rumpus.
He'll have done it. He'll have done it a year and a half ago, him and Farmer's Boy. See if I can find some of Blood stuff.
Do you reckon that line is curving, Rumpus? Well, look at that. It outlined the bush there, huh? That was freaky, man.
Yeah, we couldn't get it to bend.
You see when it hits the side, it outlines the foliage. Like there, look at that. Wow. Yep, straight lines everywhere you look.
Yeah, so if anybody else wants to come and do this, I think we're going to be doing this again. We're going to have to sort of travel around, and if there's anything, if anybody knows anywhere else that's as good as this, where you can, I don't know whether water's needed. I suppose it is really to keep the straight line and to see the effects. But I guess we could try it in different places.
No, you don't need water. I've done it in open air.
Yeah, but see what the good thing about this is, it's in that little dip, right within the water. So when there's still air, you know, there's no travel within that little band. The air gets to sit in there. So I think it's pretty unique to be able to have somewhere like this and to have still air to give you the chance of these sort of shots.
Not only that, this is a historical area where you're at, bro. This is the Bedford Canal. The world famous. This is not just anywhere.
Yeah, the laser waving stuff. Can you see that?
Rumpus is
Oh,
asking
yeah.
where you where you post these pictures, because he cannot see this in live chat.
What? Yeah, I don't know, Rumpus. But yeah, we've
The
got
vid not,
loads of this footage.
the vid not showing on YouTube.
Pardon?
The video, you got the chat up on the YouTube, or is a video playing?
Here we
I-
go. So this is this is Bloods filming it from the other side, and these are the lasers. Me and my son. There it should be. There's that light on the bridge. You can see that, can't you? That was the standard light, and then the green laser and a red laser down there. It's like proper laser waving. That's how you wave a laser. And I think after a while I turn onto and face it the other way.
That's nice. Look at that.
Yeah, you can sort of see the bridge there. When we get the footage, I don't know if anybody actually filmed any of this. I think my lad might have filmed some of it. But,
Can you guys see what I posted for Rumpus?
yeah, I can.
He says he can't see it.
I know. He's pretending he's not in the server.
Because he's a big fat liar.
But he did. He came in when we were doing this live. For a second.
He probably has you blocked and has forgotten.
It's just
Okay.
laser waving, Rumpus. No big deal. Nobody says it claims anything. We just take lasers to Bedford and wave them. I mean, mate, just because you didn't do it and you've never done laser waving at Bedford, then don't worry about it. Maybe next time when you go, you can all get lasers and do it. Definitely see it with the lasers. The lasers, like, you can definitely see where the laser is, even at night. And what we did was we did this for the Discord through the cameras, because it looks better, right? You could see this within the camera. You could see the laser being waved.
Oh, Essie, please, could you post that image again for Rumpus? He's having issues.
Okay, I'll repost it. Sure. It's a clip, yeah.
I don't know whether Rumpus went to Salter's load or not. So you can see. Oh. Does anyone need to see any more footage or anything? I'm gonna leave all the Bloods footage. I'm not gonna. You don't deserve to see it, Rumpus. Yeah, we weren't making any measurements at all, Rumpus. We were just going there to show people what you can see with an auto level and a P1000. It turns out that the auto level, when we get the shots, and I'll put them next side by side, but the auto level is a pretty good comparable to a P1000 with just a standard cell phone hooked on the back of it. The images are just as good, providing you get a good enough optics on your P1000 on your auto level. I recommend the Datum AL 32 times optics scope. That's what I'd say. I advise anyone. Have we got anything else? Has anybody else got any other pictures or anything? I did get quite a few. There you go. There's a picture of the auto level set up on the bridge. Rumpus, surely you've got a picture like that you've shown someone, just to let them know that you did actually have the auto level there. You don't want people thinking you're possible lying bullshitter. Do you? Measurement. That wasn't just that. We did the wave in the lasers at the end of the day, Rumpus. We were there for the whole day filming. But if you want to reduce it down to laser waving, that's fine. Don't be jealous of the laser waving. Rumpus is taking measurements
of laser.
No, he's not dealing with lasers. He's not doing any laser work at all. Childish.
He can put a ruler.
Yeah, he can put a ruler on a picture. Is what Beth said. Sorry, Mike. Datum AL32. Oh, yes. In the UK, I don't know where you are, Mike, but yeah, it's a very, very good auto level. Just checking the stats. The optics on it. I mean, I was thinking of saying to my lad, to see what we could do. And we will leave the crosshairs in it, right? Because everybody knows they're irrelevant to the actual optics. But it would be good to get an auto level and take the crosshairs out of it. Because the image that you actually get is really good for being able to put a camera phone on it. Let me get that again so you can see the optics of the there you go, look at that. I mean, ignore the crosshairs, right? It might be taken through an auto level, but as everyone knows, putting a camera on an auto level invalidates any surveying that you would ever do. All we're talking about here is optics through the auto level to see what picture. Just ignore the crosshairs. But that, look at the optics. Look at the bridge. You can see black underneath the bridge, which means you can see right underneath the bridge. You can see the water. You can see the swans on the water in the distance. And you can see the water going underneath the bridge. Oh. Rumpus got WS to custom make him the thing for fit into the so you could fit a camera to a auto level 2 years ago. WS must have designed the very thing that... No, wait a minute. I think I got mine 2 years ago. I just bought it, Rumpus. You should have just bought one from the internet. But no, he got WS to custom design it. Who reckons WS bought it from the internet and told Rumpus he custom designed it? So yeah, I suppose you'll have footage of this then, Rumpus, just like this. I bet you could imagine you could tell everybody this is yours, right? Yours is just like this. Can we get Blue to confirm that the footage that he saw from Rumpus two years ago was just like this? Or can we not? Is that who else has seen it, Rumpus? Have we got anybody else? Let us know. Who else seen it? Can you see the measuring rod there, Rumpus, in the picture? That's just the standard measuring rod. WS supplied the adapter in pieces and you made it. Well, we got any footage, Rumpus? Since you put, like we did, we could put the phone on the auto level and then put that camera into Discord. Showed everyone. What do you mean we're way behind, Rumpus? We've been doing this for years. This is what we do. This channel is called On the Level because we put a camera on the level and broadcast it to Discord. Yes, Mike. You should get it from Zenith Surveying Products. So you've heard it here first. Rumpus did this 2 years ago. It took him till now to tell everybody. But well done, Rumpus. Well done for 2 years ago. I did say you should.
Still on.
Yeah. Yeah, I did say to Rumpus. I mean, I said that, he should have made a video on how he made his pole. Because I think that would be well useful. But in the future, for when people want to recreate and reproduce the great findings of like Robotham, which my lad did, and Wallace, which we've done. And now, I don't know. Rumpus. As soon as Rumpus gets that pole Is that what you were doing, Rumpus? Putting the pole up?
Not the curvy one.
Think
the
you
one
get
was
it that
bent.
high? You reckon? I mean, look how high. You can see the sluice gates in the back there, can't you? How high do you reckon those excruciating? That's not a cellar, that, Rumpus.
Nobody needs to know excruciating detail about Rumpus's pole.
No.
Ever.
No. Please don't, Rumpus. Boris, don't encourage him. I bet he has shown Blue it, yeah.
Yeah, Blue's the only
Blue's
one that's seen it so far. Yeah.
back channels just between you and Blue.
This is too funny.
Rumpus is
Turning
bendy
into a
pole.
Benny Hill thing.
Mm-hmm. You would have been, I was saying to everybody, if you look at that picture there, Rumpus, you would have been just to the right of that crosshair bit, right? You were down there at that end of the thing on the right hand side with your little pole. I mean, do you reckon it'd extend enough? Because there's a 5 meter.
Can you post this? Who's got the picture of that pole thing?
Rumpus in his pole. Let's have a look. Let's go back to Discord. I'll see if I can find it. Is anyone competition who can get first?
Who's got the picture of Rumpus's pole that we can show everyone in the YouTube? Prepare yourselves.
I think I might have got.
Nobody wants to see his pole on the internet.
I think I might have one here. 30-foot pole.
Genetically impossible.
Well, that's due to the Earth rotation. Don't think it's that pole was straight when put up.
The gyrus of rotation or something, I think. Oh, let me see if I can find it. Blue Marble Science give him an out for why it was bending. A long time ago, isn't it? It's bad, Rumpus, when they have to go this far back to find something that you were doing.
Oh, look at it. The YouTube can see it now. Oh, it's going to be delayed, isn't it? Dang it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Where's the one that I had with...
I don't know, but that pole there is definitely ideal, perfectly made, well formed to take actual measurements
Accurate measurements, right? If you're after a
Well,
vertical
just
distance, then...
Just any measurements, really. You just, what measurements can you take from a bendy pole?
Earth curve measurements, right? You can't measure a curve with a straight line, right? You need a curve, don't you? You need a curvy pole in order to measure a curve.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Okay, so that's why Rumpus didn't come in at the weekend when he came in, or when he left. Because we censor graphics, apparently. We can't have gratuitous globe science, Rumpus. We've seen it. It's ugly. You don't want to
can
inflict
never
that on
unsee
anyone.
that.
Yeah.
You can never unsee that. Burned into my brain.
There you go. There you go. I said, yeah, it could be a gravity pocket causing the vertical deviance on Rumpus's pole. And Blue Marble says, or maybe you could research the radius of gyration and learn something. So that's right.
Wow. Wow, Blue, you outdid yourself there.
They've been a team for quite a while, Rumpus and Blue. Just tell them it's the radius gyration. It's got to pick a windless day.
Yeah.
You don't want to have a wobbly radius, do you? You've got to be exact when you do it.
You got to minimize the gyration.
Does that mean he's got to be like perfectly vertical? I think so.
I would imagine.
I got remember that last year. There you go. There's the boys. Looking from afar just before they ran off to go and put the pole up. Godzilla, thank you very much, Gods. There's one day Rumpus will tell the truth. That is the day you know his YouTube account has been hacked. He's going to do a chat with SE. And, you'll know because that's when he's going to be doing his test. Because he'll have tested his YouTube channel, see whether he can get everything ready. He needs to have the all the Wi-Fi satellite set up. I don't know. It's really bad, the connection, as everyone saw when we went there. You can't go into that little dip because if you do, you lose connection. Surely Rumpus has tested all of that out, right? We know when we went there, like when you are talking on Discord, there's certain areas that you can go to and there's certain areas that you can't. Just lose connection like that, boom, gone.
Yeah, the pre-test briefing would be good. I've been looking forward to it, I think, 2 years now.
Yeah, and then this is the one we got from last year.
But we're still on. We're still on. The Rumpus just confirmed.
Soon. When? Soon.
He apologizes for the delay.
Yeah.
Apologies accepted.
There you go. So that's the best we got from last year. And as you can see, you can't see the sluice gate. You can see the bridge. We obviously didn't stay there for long enough. You end up getting a better picture later on in the evening. Just before sundown, I think. To catch the last bit of the light. But the pictures all look pretty much the same. My lad and Blood's at the same place. What a team.
Yeah, that is a clear picture, you got to admit.
the auto level is clearer picture than we got with the P1000 the year before when Rumpus ran away. It's actually 2 years ago, that was it? Blood, how
Could have
long
been,
ago
yeah.
was that? Did we go anywhere? I don't think we went last year, did we? I don't know.
No, I think not.
I think we missed a year.
It was about October 21, wasn't it?
Shit, did we miss 22 altogether?
Yeah. Believe so.
Oh, we'll have to make up for it. We'll have to go back again.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I wouldn't mind getting in a dinghy and doing a laser waving from dinghy to dinghy.
Yeah, cool.
Now that would be epic. An 8 foot. How high was it 8 inches?
I think
Off the
with
water?
a dinghy, yeah, you could like the edge of the dinghy. I mean, you could put your hand over the edge, but you know,
Yeah.
8 inches would be enough.
That would be epic.
We've took so many pictures, Rumpus. I don't know which picture are you talking about. When you ran away. I can remember that. It wasn't that late, was it? August. Midsummer. It was quite hot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm. Well, anytime you're ready to do your video on the wrecked test, we can, like I say, we can help you with anything that you need. I know you've already got all the footage and all of the video stuff yourself.
And more.
Yeah, and more. Yeah, obviously. And all the auto level shots. I think in that video when we heard you talking about it, I don't think you've ever been to the Salters Load Bridge, have you? I think that I can remember you saying that. Yeah, we took the bridge from Rumpus. Yeah, I think that was when Rumpus disappeared. And Adam was there as well. Forget Adam.
Hi. Oh, the enemy.
Yeah.
Question.
The guy that introduced himself as the enemy.
The enemy. That's cute. Cambridge Skeptics crew, isn't it?
So I don't know if anybody knows about the north, south, east and west sort of philosophy thing that I'm doing. Well, I'm thinking of building one around the Bedford A to B and how a model will make you induce the equipotential angle of adjustment. I know Rumpus and Blue Marble know about that. They obviously had a word with George within the differential leveling, and yeah, we had a discussion with George about it. So these guys know about the equipotential angle of adjustment, and I think, like Rumpus with his footage that he made 2 years ago that he's not shown anyone, Blue Marble and Rumpus, they've never told anyone about the equipotential angle of adjustment. I think they're embarrassed about it. But they will tell you eventually. Maybe Rumpus will put it in his video, his extensive research that he's done.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, I hope so. Have you been invited to his pre-screening, like with SE? I think it was Asking
No.
as well, and Mobius, perhaps, that
No,
was
not-
getting
no.
the invite.
Yeah, it
I'm
seems
still on
fitting
there.
that Blood should be there as well.
Well, Bloods is the favoured.
They're for the test, but then, saying that, it would really make sense to have all of us there with all the equipment just be on hand anyway.
That would be
That's why
ideal.
we can't all be there. Many hands on deck as possible. There's different ends of the canal everyone can be. People want to do something, then we can do it. Like, actually go and do it. We can help out, but I don't know.
It'll go down in history as the great collaboration, Rumpus. Two enemies from different sides of the canal meet in a quest for the truth.
Laser waving each other.
Childish.
That's it.
See, there's the sketches.
Sketches.
Yeah, if you were wondering about
No.
if you were wondering about what Wallace did, they're the drawings from the referees.
Oh, right.
See? I mean, that's nearly as good as a picture from an auto level, isn't it? Or,
Almost.
I don't know.
Telescope. You're on about bringing your telescope, weren't you?
Yeah.
Right now, well, this is a thing that not a lot of people know about telescopes. But they put the image upside down the way that they work. So obviously, when the referees are doing sketches of what they see through the auto level or the theodolite or whatever, well, it's a telescope, isn't it? They're going to draw it upside down. And that's why it doesn't show them higher, it shows them lower, but it's an upside down world that we're living in. So, therefore, of the inverting telescope are exact representations of the sketches taken by Mr. Hampton's referee and attested by Mr. Culture as being correct in both cases. First from Welney Bridge and secondly from the old Bedford Bridge. Reciprocal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we did. Except they put a stick up in the middle. Which went higher.
Oh.
That's not what Rumpus is doing.
No, he's going for the full thing at one end, isn't he?
Yeah.
Big 17-foot bendy board.
The full drop. And that would, you can't just sort of say that the crosshairs would be above. because you're looking for the quadratic, aren't you? You're going for the full nutsack. So there has to be like an exponential, not exponential, quadratic drop, and that wouldn't be correct within the scopes. Isn't it weird that they've got like crosshairs, but they're not crosshairs, are they? They're like H. Do they have those in telescopes?
All different.
Not. Do you have crosshairs in your telescope?
No.
They do in that one though, don't they? Because you can see the bridge and then you can see like vertical and horizontal lines.
Yeah.
Maybe that's 1870s telescopes.
What was that? What did they have? What was the magnification?
It doesn't say. It just shows a sketch that somebody made.
Oh, well. It's a good sketch.
Yeah. Like, and Rumpus is going to do something like that, except he's got people who he's going to say, higher, lift it up, higher.
Well, yeah. Okay.
I think so anyway. I don't want to speak too much about Rumpus's.
Oh, I'd love to see what's going on. But I have to wait.
That is, I think it'd be worthwhile going over the, what happened with the Wallace and the Hampton thing. Oh, look at that. It's the water level's a bit lower. Because when we went, it was up at 1.4 meters. It's a bit lower there. But it does change at the sluice gate, because the sluice gate puts down, and they're for drainage different areas. So they were two different water levels either side of the thing. And that measurement there is adjusted to mean sea level in the UK. It has to be, because then they have to know the elevations of the water for drainage purposes. Okay. Anybody got anything else? Because we did have a pretty good weekend. Some of the best footage ever. I'll get some. We can put some pictures in the chat for you to have a look at.
Okay, I'm off to bed. Good night.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Night, night, Piper.
All right.
See you, Paper.
Oh, pictures are all in here. Go, boom. Just a few pictures that we take. You can come in, Rumpus, and let us see some of your pictures that you took.
Show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Yeah. If anybody does want to come into the Discord or whatever, come in. what we're doing here and what this study is a study of mainly us to try and tune in our P1000s to see how well we can do, and also where we can find the best conditions. I think looking away from the sun and in the evening time seems to be the best time for these pictures to be taken. And I really want to study that bit there. Get my lad to work that. How can we play, I think, with that? I'm going to call it the Fata Morgana band, for want of a better reason, a word to put it. Whether there would be something that we could use that would let us see, you know, if we drop something into it, what could we drop into it, and whether the picture would work, what it'd look like from a distance. Because we could do that, couldn't we? We could be on that bridge, raising and lowering things in the distance while you're all filming it. And then do the dinghy thing.
Yeah, you could make something for either end if you want to.
Yeah, what
lowering things down.
Yeah, what would look, you know, how would we see, you know, how would we what shape or whatever would you put into it and see what the effects would be?
Mm. Good question.
Some of these shots are nice, but they're a bit arty, aren't they? You can see both ways. But one way's definitely better than the other. Anybody chatting in the chat? Rumpus and Blue have left. I hope it spurs Blue and Rumpus to get their partnership back together again. Start live streaming. It's about time Rumpus came back to explain to everybody what the fuck he's doing with his test. Night, Boris. Ooh. What are you doing? Stupid cat. Triangle, I think, would work. Barry. I think you'd be able to see something. Do it, raise it and lower it both different ways as well. I think he's made it and then he stashed it. He's got it, FPV. He's got it in a lockup, ready and waiting. He's had a year. It's been a year in lockup. I bet it's been cost more for storage than it has to make it. Cat knows when we're live. It's amazing, isn't it? So we have got loads more footage, but I need to be able to place it in a video to explain what we went there to do. Really, I was hoping that when we did do it, but we found out when the best time for taking the best pictures is, and we know exactly the place to go to get the best footage, and we know where we're going to be going to see the effects that we want to see. So next time we can plan on doing more optic tests. And if anybody else wants to come as well and film any of this sort of stuff next time we go, you're welcome to come. The idea, preferably, would be for us to get as many P1000s down there, P900s as well, or any other telescopes or anything. It doesn't really matter. Blue Marble wants to know if the auto level properly set up. It depends what you mean, Blue. I mean, like, we did set it up properly, but I hope you're not trying to do some surveying procedure with it, because putting a camera on an auto level invalidates the surveying properties of the auto level. All you can do is admire the optics, Blue, of a crisp auto level picture. I mean, hope that your auto level is as good.
Got a second?
Yeah.
I was just wondering, I know I missed all of it. I feel pretty bad that I wasn't there. But I was hoping that you would have raised and lowered the camera on the eyepiece of the auto level just to see what it did.
Well, we did better than that. We did a 2-peg test. Bloods did a 2-peg test first. And I think Spot On shows exactly what happens with focus. But that's all within the Buster footage, and I can't quite get my hands on the Buster footage just yet.
Okay, well, if you could just tag me when you got that or something. I just want to see it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem. I like the idea of that. Somebody's put 8-foot red letters. But I'll do a level. I could do a level and put that in. Or even, how about a TT? Drop that into it, because then there would be a reflection of the TT, hopefully.
Yeah, everybody likes TT.
40, then, wouldn't it? Upside down. Yeah. Oh, yeah, with LEDs on it. Check it out. Yeah, we could do loads. So, yeah, Blue, if you want to fund it, if you want us to do something, Blue Marble, optics wise, just let us know. Seeing as you can't get Rumpus or anyone else to do any of that sort of stuff, we'll be the dudes. You know, if anybody wants anything doing optics, let us know. I mean, we are on the level. We do put cameras on levels. We've done Under the Horizon. We've done, obviously, the Bedford levels. We've done the optics test to show you that you can't see 1 arc second over 500 meters. It's not available. You can't do it. And I think somebody was even saying that the crosshair was 2 arc seconds. So claiming that you can have an accuracy of 1 arc second when the crosshair where you're measuring to is 2 arc seconds seems a little bit ridiculous. But, hey, what we have to do is look at the people making the claims. Can you switch the kettle on? I'll make a brew. Don't forget Blackpool Tower. No. Blackpool Tower is just in the background, Blue. I mean, look at that. What can you see in the background there? Can you see a pylon? Can you see anyone see a pylon in the background of any of these? Has anybody bothered about that? The tree. Telegraph poles. There's all sorts of stuff in the background of these pictures, Blue. But that's not what... well, like we say, it invalidates any surveying operation. You can't put a ruler on a picture, pretend it means something. Blue, marble, science. Rumpus should have told you that when he was doing it. When Rumpus did his put camera on an auto level when he made a WS, design the part to make it happen. He should have told you then, Blue, that it invalidates the surveying properties. It's not a surveying operation putting a camera on an auto level. The only people that actually do that and broadcast it are us. A little known Discord channel called On the Level, where we put cameras on the back of an auto level. It's just a strange little gimmick we have. But, like we've shown here at Bedford, you can see the bridge from 6 miles away with an auto level that costs £125 with the tripod. Very sturdy tripod. In fact, the image is steadier than the P1000. The P1000 bounces around a little bit because it's such a long telescopic lens. A 16-foot rod standing there. No, Blue. That's not... I hope you haven't thought that shows... Well, he does. I think he does. I think Blue Marble's got carried away. Well done, Blue. You've done it. You've done it again. You've seen a picture on the internet and imagined it shows something that obviously it doesn't. What? That's Blue Marble for you. I bet it's made your day. What you should do, Blue, is make a video about it. Maybe go live with Rumpus. New. I bet. Go on. I dare you. Go and tell everyone it shows drop. Shows drop from horizontal with a tool called a level that establishes a horizontal. It makes complete sense, Blue. Makes complete sense. What sort of measurements do you think you've got? Get it. Discord. Show it again. There you go. Tell us what you imagine in Blue. Should we get some music? Should we play some music? Would it be dramatic music? Yeah, look, you can see the measuring rod there, Blue, can't you? Get a measurement off that.
I can envision Benny Hill music.
Look at that, though. You can see the measuring rod. Now, I don't know whether there would have been a time where that cleared up, but I mean, can you? I bet you can remember that time, right, Blue? Where Bloods, where that was when it was really clearing up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It just all of a sudden went. You could see all of it. It got crisp as anything. I hope Rumpus Blue's doing some calculations. Have you got the top boys working on it? amount of curve. Quick.
So he sees the crosshair, he sees the measuring rod, and he figures, oh,
Yep.
drop. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Even after we showed your son with that nice picture we took through that thing and how it gets smaller, even after seeing that, he still thinks that. It's mind-boggling.
Oh. Yeah, there's it having the camera on the auto level gives you an extra zoom that your eyes don't afford, right? You can't look through an auto level scope with your eye and get this type of a picture. It's not possible. It's only because you can put a camera on an auto level and then zoom that picture in through the camera adaptation. I mean, Rumpus should know this. He's tested it. He's got plenty of video on this. He'll have shown it to Blue Marble Science. I don't know what Blue's doing. He's just having a joke, I think. There's no way he's serious. But yeah, we have the other footage that we do have that shows you the magnification that we can have and that we do have on the auto level. Look at that. That's a good picture. Because you can actually see the measuring rod, the reflection of the measuring rod in the water. But it's only footage through an auto level. It's not as if nobody's ever done it before. Rumpus did it 2 years ago. Kept it to himself.
Yeah.
But it's not as if it's new, right? It's just that the first people to actually show it to people publicly, other than Rumpus keeping it in his private collection with all of his buddies, close buddies. Sorry. Blue Marble. And look, if you're listening to this and you weren't part of the in crowd, the select few that Rumpus showed this to, have a word with Rumpus. Ask him why you are not one of the people in the in crowd. Showing 24 foot
All
of
about.
drop. Wow, well done, Blue. I mean, how did you do that? He's an expert. Look at that.
Holy cow.
That's genius, Blue. Only like an expert like Blue Marble Science could ever do this. Look. Has to be 24 foot of drop minus some refraction. How much refraction? How much refraction, judging by what we saw during the day, Bloods? How much refraction would you say that happens at that point where the image crisps up into clean straight lines?
I can tell you, mate.
What's the actual number that would be calculated? Because I bet the adjustment between the two will be a refraction.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
1 point.
17 foot, is it?
Fraction in the
About 7 foot. About 7 foot of refraction. I'll bring your calculations to the correct number. Have a word with Rumpus. What do you reckon? You're genius, Blue. I love it. Has to be, though, right? Has to be. Can't be anything else other than that. I'll agree, Blue. Has to be. I wonder which ruler did you put on it in order to do that? You mean you want Rob H is doing a thing who wants to be in Rumpus's select group. It's a pretty exclusive group of one. But I mean there has to be. Who else? Let's speculate, right? On the Rumpus's select group. Obviously Blue Marble's in here, right? You know Blue Marble is backing Rumpus. And let's say, of course, George, God rest his soul, right? He would definitely have seen Rumpus's video, but we can't sort of count him in. You ruler, Bev. I know we were a little bit behind. The 5 meter ruler. The measuring rod. Is that what you're talking about? It's interesting. Do you know the heights of everything, Blue? Or are you just sort of guessing? I bet he is. I bet he's just guessing. He might be assuming that they were both at... I don't know. I don't want to say what assumptions Blue Marble's making with his measurements, calculations. I mean, he could have easily put a ruler on his TV screen. But he did, actually. But he paused the video to put a ruler on his TV screen to measure that. Any other speculations? Who would be high enough within the council for Rumpus to show his footage to, other than Blue Marble and George? Do you reckon he showed Wally? Yeah, Cat thinks he
You're
does.
not leaving out surely one of the top members that's in the picture right next to Rumpus.
Oh, Farmer's Boy, he might have. Yeah, Farmer's Boy might have been there and done it. He might have, like, you know, he might have pressed record on the camera button himself. Or, I mean, if Rumpus was making the video of the auto level, right, if he was recording it, then Farmer's Boy would have to be holding the measuring rod, right?
It would make sense.
Yeah, Farmer's Boy would be Rumpus's rod boy, right? Wouldn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, I suppose Farmer's Boy. But I mean, that's not putting Farmer's Boy at the head of the globe. I'm thinking, you know, who would be the more senior globe earthers that have said to Rumpus, don't put that out, dude.
Well, that would be Blue
Don't do it.
as the seniority.
Do you reckon Bob? Do you reckon Rumpus would have run it past Bob, or would it? I reckon, since Bob and Blue are having a bit of a fight at the minute, I don't think he would have done. In fact,
They're
that
having
might
a
be
fight?
why.
That's news to me, really.
Have you ever seen Bob and Blue Marble Science in Geos at the same time? It's like Blue Marbles pushed Bob out.
No, they're friends.
Yeah, but Bob's never been in there since Blue Marble started appearing. Bob used to be in there all the time, doing all sorts of things with all of the people. But now Blue Marble's turned up. He's gone to other places, doing other things. The CIA, Blue. What is the use of showing it to the CIA? It's in England. Blue. I mean, nice try, but that means there's no one in it, Blue. Rumpus hasn't shown anybody this stuff because it's not real. And we know you're all playing a game, that you have to sort of pretend this stuff's going on all the time. And it's typical Flat Earth Society sort of stuff. Wallace, Hampton, Rowbotham, Rumpus, Blue Marble Science. All the same thing. There's no difference between any of them. Just all causing drama on the internet. They have nothing to show. You don't ever do anything. You just bitch and moan about people. It's outdated, the dogmatic globe model. It's time you come over to the real globe, where proofs in reality make sense. And you just add the globe in after the consequent. It makes it dead easy. Once you know about epoche. Is it 11 o'clock? We've got some chatting to do with the people in Discord. So I'm going to cut it short. I know it's only 3 hours. So sorry, people, but we've got some more work to do. We need to start compiling this video together and start putting it together. And I want to run it past everyone how to integrate the philosophy aspect to what we're dealing with here, and why people like Blue Marble Science and Rumpus have to lie about things. I don't know why. Maybe they're jealous. Who knows? Let me get Rusty song ready. Oh, I said I was going to do... elevations, wasn't it? Can't even tell which one it is. Right, I mean, this may take a while.
Okay.
So Euclid is a fantasy model. Bev
As you know, surveying, Here we go, this one's for
especially
you, Blue.
elevation checks and all of that, is based solely on horizontals being parallel,
There we go.
right? Well,
See you tomorrow.
that
Ross.
isn't a curve. Like that, that isn't what they do. They measure a drop in the vertical, don't they? When you're doing surveying on your measuring rods.
Hang on here. Let me think about this.
Yeah, you do. And that's why.
If there's a change in the vertical, then what do you call that when you're measuring, when you're doing your surveying?
Hang on here. Let me think about this a minute.
Change in elevation.
Right, okay.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Hang on here. Let me think about this a minute.
Oh, yeah. So drop any, Bev, it would be a drop any direction you go. Earth is always dropping away from you.
So the water, you think the water level drops away from you?
There we go. Yeah, I know it. I've not seen a drawing from LIGO.
The nutsack thing is related to
either arm, an X or a Y.
Let's say 400
Go on the
meters.
west
How
arm and the
accurate
east
could
arm.
you be? At setting a horizontal.
It is designed to be 33.1 arc seconds from top to bottom at that distance.
Wait a minute. The elevation from the water level is always going to be the same.
They'll all intersect. Those three lines will intersect in the middle.
There we go.
Oh shit. Grumpus went to bed a long time ago.
a nutsack drop is a pretty good demonstration of the globe.
There we go.
It's not my problem if you don't want to.
Just hang on here. Let me think about this.
Just on your own.
Go on.
Water level.
The water level is the most level.
The water level will show you level. You'll take your auto level then to the center of this array of level points that you've established. Set it at the center and then shoot both ends. You'll find out that they're dropping.
What, both ends of the water level lower
There we go.
than the middle?
We got a home.
You've got a hump.
Absolutely.
It's a hump.
Hang on here. Let me think about this.
You got a home base.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. God, I'm getting tired, Bev. Back up. That was wrong. That was something else I was thinking about.
33.1 arc seconds.
1 arc second, which at 400 meters would be in a vertical height of 12.6 millimeters. Buster.
It's not my problem if you don't want to.
Hang on here. Let me think about this.
You're just on your own.
What do you call a change in vertical in surveying?
Hang on here. Let me think about this.
You know, like if there's a vertical distance change, what's that called?
Hang on here. Let me think about this.
It's elevation and
Okay,
it's
so that's-
measured
so
from
you've
sea
just
level.
said.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you've just said that the
And all of
water
them?
level changes in elevation
There we go.
from the point you're
the water
at.
level does. Yes, the water level will. Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
So it's
wait,
not
wait.
establishing a level.
Wait a
Wait a
Hold
minute.
on
I
a
think you
second.
might have got.
Hold
Whoa. Yeah.
Hold on.
Go on.
There we go.
Hold on. Take a mulligan on that one. Let's try again.
Don't overtalk.
Hang on here.
Don't
Let me think
overtalk.
about
Don't
this.
penalty.
Good.
Yeah, at 400 meters, the Earth curve is about 12.6 millimeters, so you're going to have to add that in.
Oh, yeah.
Add it into a horizontal. Where do you add it in?
Yeah, that's what I feel like a lot of times, Buster.
There we go. Oh, yeah.
It's not my problem if you don't want to learn.
Yeah, you've just said that the
And all
water
of them?
level changes in elevation from the point
The
you're
water
at.
level does. Yes, the water level will. Absolutely.
No reason, no logic, no wisdom, no worries.
Yes, the water level will. Absolutely.
You're just on your own.
There we go. Oh,
No reason, no logic, no answers to question.
Hang on here, let me think about this.
You're just on your own.
Just so that, you don't lose me here. Let's say we have A, NA, and NP on your water level. Where are you going to put your water level?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not putting the auto level anyway. Now those
For what?
horizontals-
Okay, wait, back up. Back up. Back up. No, wait, back up. Back up. No, wait, please. But on the curved earth, what you just described is what we would see. We would have 3 different horizontals intersecting.